Okay, she's seen something. I'm just going to keep quiet. They are happy to be going for a walk. Yeah, but you know what, you hear being all nice to me, but when I'm out there with you, you're just going to ignore me flat. That's what he's going to do, because there's far more interesting things on Vaetzi's mind than Kevin. So remember the specific loading order. So first Ginny, then Livy, and then Mr. Big. Okay, so timing is everything. Come, 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 come. In you go, quickly. In you go. Good girl. 2, just one more to go. Yeah. Come, in you go. There. 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 Yeah. There. There. Okay. Well done, big boy. Okay, not that hard to load these 3. Never is a mission to load them. They know what is about to happen. It's only positive, and I think they're going to be even more excited when they see what we've put out there for them. The guides have put out a whole bunch of things in the area where we're going to be walking and see who spots the objects first. Seems like deja vu. Lions, lions, lions on the move. All right, so all that to run to here. Sure. I thought I was going to miss out on something, but actually they came running here to roll around in that. So here it goes. And whilst they are mucking about there, perhaps oh, she's seen it, or has she not? Yes, she has. Kind of like a little bit of a half-baked attempt at that. Let's see what. Look here. Oh, look there. No. She says, Kev, we are not stupid. Oh, she's just noticed it now. And now she's going to sneak around the back. Maybe it won't see her coming. She'll go around the back. No! No! And she's still adamant that it's alive. But why isn't it moving? Now what I've noticed as well, guys, is that my team has gone and put some objects in this area, but they've put the objects at a height that lions would not normally look. So why would a lion be looking in a tree for prey? So there's a box in that tree, it's quite high up in the tree. The lion would have to really walk quite close by to see that. I see another object in the tree. I'm not sure that the lions are going to see that either. They really are happy to be out and about, but they certainly haven't locked into anything or onto anything. They've got loads and loads of energy. The girls are running down the road. Come on, girls, give me a chance. Exactly. Oh, look at that. She hasn't seen it. I've just seen it. It's not exactly in the position that. Let's see if she sees it. No. Didn't even see it. She's smelling. I'm going to move this cardboard cutout for Vayetzi. Jenny's not quite sure. Let's see what Big Boy does. I know from previous experience he's not the bravest. Here he comes. Look at his face. Oh, Vayetzi. His face when he saw it. And now he's like, but Kev, hey boy. He's like, that's two-dimensional, man. That's not a real lion. Oh boy. Not a very convincing lion. It didn't even fool Vayetzi. Right, so just on lions and their eyesight. Lions are born blind, and when their eyes start to open a couple of days later, the color of the eye is this milky blue color, and their vision is very, very poor at that young age. Only during the next couple of weeks does the vision and the visual acuity get better and better. And then the eye changes color from milky blue to more of this brown amber color that we are used to seeing with lions. The other interesting thing about lions is they cannot move their eyes from side to side like this. So there's very limited movement in the eyeball in the socket, of the eyeball in the socket. So if a lion wants to look, he's literally got to do this. So you'll see there's a lot more head movement when it comes to looking at what they're looking at. They have binocular vision like humans, and binocular vision is typical of predators, and binocular vision enables better depth perception. So you'd imagine why that's important. When you are going after something, you need to know the distance that you are and the perception of that depth or that distance that you need to try and sprint at. So you need to judge that distance because they will chase down their prey, so they're going to get as close as they can visually to the animal that they are going to go after. And then once they've locked in on them, they look, they see that the animal has either noticed them or not. If it hasn't noticed them, then they will try and sneak up closer and closer and closer until a point where they know that they can probably out-sprint that animal. So they've got to get close enough to get to that animal so that they can out-accelerate it and catch it by surprise. They use the element of surprise. And that's why their vision is really, really important in hunting, because and that depth perception is really important because they've got to judge that distance. So I've got to know in my head that I'm about 10-15 meters away from the prey, and I know that I can out-sprint that animal in those 10-15 meters. They instinctively know that that is the distance that they can cover quicker than that other animal before it can accelerate away and then get up to its top speed. Because once the animal gets to its top speed, the game is over. 60-70 kilometers an hour. A lion can only run at about 60-65 kilometers an hour. Some say 70-75, but yeah, they're all more or less the same at the ends of the top speeds, and so then it's a stalemate. If it's got that 10-meter distance between itself and the lion, the prey species that is, then it's pretty much game over, because I can tell you now that the prey species generally has better stamina. And Vayetzi is doing exactly what I thought he would be doing, which is marking his territory, sniffing where Bobcat's been, making sure that there isn't a real lion in here. Okay, another interesting feature about a lion's eye is that with lions the pupils are round. Most of the big cats, in fact all of the big cats, tiger, leopard, jaguar, lion, all have round pupils, and the smaller cats have slitty eyes like those of your domestic cat. It's thought that the adaptation of a slitty eye is better suited to ultra low light conditions. Lion, tiger, leopard, they can operate like humans in the day, but they are suited as well to operating at night, whereas your domestic varieties and your smaller wild cats like your caracals and your servals are totally adapted to night hunting. She's seen something with that. Oh, it was a bird. So how did she see that, guys? Come on, how did she see that? I'm sitting here talking away. She is honing in on things above my voice with her hearing. She's managing to almost block out my talking and hone in on the sounds up ahead in the grass. She's looking in the grass. I can't see what it is she's looking at, but she's seen something in the grass, and it's absolutely unbelievable. And I say this all the time, when you're out and about with the lions and you see what they see, their vision is impeccable. They're looking for, as I said earlier, that smallest of movement, and they hone in on it like that. Okay, so we're back at the vehicle. I got Ginny and Vayetzi. I'll just chuck him a piece of meat there. And I want to demonstrate with Ginny. Okay, so I've got a piece of meat in my hand. There's the piece of meat. She's seen it, yeah. Look, look, look. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm going to show her where I'm going to throw it. It's there. Now she's seen where it landed. Now watch. Sniff, 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 sniff. Sniff, 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 sniff. Don't look for it, sniff it out. Yeah, and there, and catches the scent. All right, so she demonstrated that perfectly. She sees the meat, she sees where I throw it. I'll do it again with Vayetzi here, yeah, there we go. So he's seen where I threw it. Now he's going to sniff it out and sniff, sniff. Sniff, 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 and voila, now he's found it. So instead of the lion looking at where the piece of meat lands like a human would, and we can visually see the difference in color between the red and the rocks and the terrain, all that I can think is that because of the color blindness, they cannot discern sometimes between the rock and the meat, and therefore it's better to use the sense of smell to sniff out the piece of meat. We'll try that one more time with yeah. So here's the meat, yeah, and there we go. So okay, so seen it go in there. I can see it immediately, and she's walked straight over it. She's walked straight over that piece of meat. There it is there, and she's still that's the GoPro. She's still looking for it, and he's going to sniff it out before her. Yeah, he's going to find. Oh no! Oh, she found it. Oh, yeah, finally found it. So that is just a demonstration of the fact that they are not really their visual acuity at close range is not as good as I would imagine it to be, and I think I think that is anecdotal, but it's certainly something I've noticed over the years, and I think it would be wonderful to try and study that further, because it is something that I've noticed to be particular to lions. Actually, the leopards are not as bad and the hyenas are not as bad, but definitely the lions would rather sniff out the meat. Yeah. I'd rather sniff out the meat than look for it. Yeah. Alright guys, so that's it for Sense and Sensibility's lion sight. I hope you did enjoy that video. It was immensely satisfying to make. It didn't exactly turn out how I anticipated. That being said, I must just thank you all for subscribing to the channel. The subscriptions are really going from strength to strength. Week upon week they are constantly rising, so thanks to all of you. And for those of you who want to go a step further and contribute a little bit more, you can become a member of the channel, and for a nominal amount per month you can get exclusive content and other membership perks, so go and check those out. And yeah, all that's left to say is until next time here on Lion Whisperer TV, bye.